50 wins. Both of them were identical records. Boston has the easier schedule to finish the campaign than the Cavaliers do. With a killer foul.
At this point, I know it's difficult with the travel and the schedule and all that, but again, this is what prepares you for the playoffs, I think, Fred. These type of games, these type of situations, the traveling, playing big games back-to-back, this is what prepares you for what you're getting ready to go through.
And their last time in there to start March, Cavs and Celtics went back and forth, trading buckets. And Darren Williams had a chance to win the ball game at the end of the corner three, off the mark. No Kevin Love that particular night. We assume the Celtics will be at full strength. Avery Bradley's been under the weather of late, but they expect him back. As Shumpert hits it. So Shumpert with the jumper, he's got 7 all in the quarter. 115-96. Get our pregame coverage live from Boston tomorrow night with Jeff and Campy. Beginning at 7:30 and the game at 8, and a chance to for you fans to win tickets, but you got to tune in for that possibility. Damo Rudej checks in and scores. Never played for Frank Vogel in Indiana.
Right.
Jumper by Williams off the mark. Rudej rim running, ball goes out of bounds. Rudej played in the Baltic League, and he said sometimes they would have a game where they had to take a bus ride of 12 hours.
Wow.
They would play the game, have a sandwich, and drive 12 hours back.
That's unbelievable.
That's a bad road trip.
That's a bad road trip there.
Wow. Can you imagine that?
Oh, no.
All in the same day. Williams sweeping hook, and he hit it. Plus he was fouled. Little resourcefulness for Darren Williams. Got 5 looking for 6.
Once he heard that whistle, it says time to shoot it.
So D will go to the free throw line here. Cavs have held opponents below 40% shooting 6 times this year. Trying to do it again here. Orlando at 39.5%. As they bring it up the floor, under 3 minutes to go.
That's a good sign going to the playoffs, Fred.
Patricio Garino checks in, along with Marcus Georges-Hunt. Both those guys signed out of the D-League today. Rudez short. DeAndre Liggins out there for the Cavs. Garino's out of Argentina, wearing number 29 on the near side of your picture.
Trying to get a look at some players for next year.
And Georges-Hunt wearing number 13. Both 4-year college players, by the way. Darren Williams was fouled. You know, Frank Vogel was asked before the ball game, because he's had so many fine defensive teams in Indiana, maybe you had trouble finding ways to stop offenses in this offensive-minded world we live in. He said, yeah, but that's the challenge right now for all the coaches, to find ways when the rules are obviously bent to allow players freedom of movement.
Right.
And really, and he said, look, it's a fun game to watch. Everybody loves scoring, but the pressure's on coaching staffs to come up with ways to slow other teams down. It's hard to do.
Well, like you always hear me say this, Fred. In this league, if you can play defense, good defense for 5 minutes every quarter, you have a great chance to win every game. But you got to be consistent with that 5 or 6 minutes of defense.
Ozonia sold it, and a reach-in Cavalier foul. So they've got 3 international players out there now, with Hazonia, Garino, and Rudej out there. And Hazonia will shoot a couple. Such a confident player growing up, he purposely chose Michael Jordan's number at 23. Knowing he had to live up to it. When he was in high school, he was getting
lofty goals, Fred, lofty goals.
Yeah, he was getting U.S. college letters, including from Kentucky when he was in high school, but decided to stay in his homeland and play professionally. But he always had aspirations of getting to the highest level of the NBA. 120 to 100. Jefferson pops out. and hits it. Perfect stroke for two.
Pick and pop.
So RJ now with 5 points. Lazonia rolled inside. Lazonia face guarded by Jefferson. Step back shot. Did not get the bounce. Rebound though, reeled in by Garino. Long ones off the mark by Georges Hunt. The latter played at Georgia Tech. Garino played at George Washington. Again, both four-year college players.
It seems like you're seeing more and more of those now in the NBA. The 4-year guys.
Well, I think those guys come in season.
Right.
Behind the back, Hazonia. Cavaliers have paid much more attention to C.J. Watson in this half. And able to get open looks. Garino wide of the mark. Played on the Argentinian national team. 3 times All-Atlantic 10 defensive player. Cavaliers will dribble out some clock. They were down 7 in the first half, trailed by 2 early in the third quarter, and then just pulled away. Jefferson leans and misses. But the Cavs are indeed going to hold Orlando below 40% shooting. As Lazonia with patience scores. And the Cavaliers are going to dribble out the clock. That'll be 17 straight wins for the Wine and Golders against Orlando. 18 in a row for LeBron James against Mickey Mouse's favorite team. And the Cavaliers will walk off the floor with 50 wins. And